Hi, this is William Chikowski again, recording for week 10 for the backend coding boot camp for Promineo Tech. Let's get right into it. So this is our week 4 with MySQL. We were adding 2 new functions to our application for the project. We were doing a list projects function and a select project function. So first, the list project function, we wanted to be able to tell the application to access the database that we're connected to, find all of the projects that were there, and return back to the user all of those projects. And so to do that, first, we just added to our list of operations here on our project app layer, the second option, list projects. And then we added a second case to our switch statement down in the process user selection. This one for create project function. And so this guy, if we trace that down, or no, not the create, sorry, the list projects, the list project method. So this one is going to call upon the service layer for a method there called fetch all projects. So we go there. Which is going to send us back to our DAO layer, and is going to be this method here. And so we have a SQL statement in this method that's going to send a message to the database being like, hey, I want to select all from the project table and order them by name. And so we're going to establish our connection. We have our prepared statement here to prevent insertions. And then it's going to actually populate that that list for us. It's being stored as a list of project. And then it will return that to us. And then we will bump that back up to the service layer. It's going to return that fetch all projects and store it as a list of projects. And then in the app layer, we are going to actually provide all of those project names. And so that's our list projects application. Now the select project, it's going to kind of piggyback a little bit off of what we did with the list projects. It's going to, when you initially choose it as an option, it's going to list the projects, and then you're going to be able to select the projects by project ID. So much like what we did with the list project application, we now have select project as our number 3 option. We threw in a case 3 for our switch statement, which is going to be select project. And so select project is going to take that list of projects that we had, and it's going to ask for an input from the user for just an integer. And then we're going to have it assigned to a object called current project. It's current project is what it's short for. And this is going to call upon a method in the service layer called fetch project by ID, which is going to send us to here into our fetch project by ID, which is going to be calling upon the DAO layer for a method called fetch project by ID down there. But also this one's going to have a little bit of a difference compared to the list projects. It's going to have an exception here just in case the user puts in a ID that does not exist, and it will catch that and will return to the user, hey, that project doesn't exist. We'll try that again. But down in the DAO layer for the fetch project ID, very similar. We have a SQL statement here that's going to be sent to the database. So it's going to select all from project table where a project ID is question mark. That question mark is going to be the user input. So we're going to start the transaction. We're going to put it in a try catch here. Just make a empty variable right now for the project object. Prepare statement just to prevent insertion. And then here it's going to build that object for us. And then it's going to check. And then it's going to get all those objects informations that we need from material steps categories within the data table, commit the transaction, and then it's going to return the object to us. And then that's going to work its way back up through the service layer, which is going to return to our select projects and populate the current projects. And it will select that program for us, or that project for us. So we can run this. So first, let's test our list projects method. So option 2 is connected to our database successfully. Projects hanging door. We just have one project in this database right now, but it's enough to test out what we got. We're going to test the select project. So option 3. There's our list. It's going to ask us for a project ID. We know that this project ID is number 1 here, so we're going to enter that. And it's connected. We are working with this project. This is all the information that's associated with the project, and now we can work with the project with a later application. Just to show that it only will register pre-existing project IDs, we'll do the select a project again. And we'll say, hey, project 6, but that doesn't exist in our database. It will throw us an error and it says, hey, it does not exist. Try again. So yeah, that was the week 10 assignment, and see you next week.